Hello, beautiful soul, and welcome to this mini class on Kundalini Yoga. So, I'm Tuğçe Koçoğlu-Hobden, and I'm founder of Heart and Purpose. And I support people to connect with their hearts so that they can activate the courage within them, so that they can then take purposeful and intentional steps towards their purpose. And I do this with my clients through a number of different tools, modalities, and techniques. And this is why I wanted to come in here and create this mini series of introductions to some of those modalities, because I know that some of them may not be as familiar as others, and just wanted to give a bit of context into these modalities and how I integrate them into the work that I do with my clients. So today, as I mentioned, we're talking about Kundalini Yoga. What is Kundalini Yoga? I'm a teacher in it and a practitioner as well, and I completed my 200 hours teacher training under the leadership of two incredible teachers, Guru Singh and Brett Larkin. And Kundalini Yoga is a specific style of yoga that has been passed down through the ancient Vedic texts. No one knows exactly where or how it started, but what is known about it is that it is a body science. So when practicing Kundalini Yoga, you are doing what is actually biometric movement and motion, and acuposture or acuasana. So asanas that really are working with and targeting the acupuncture points of the body, and the meridian lines as well. It really helps us to regulate our nervous system. It helps us to align and balance the energy centers. So it's working on the physical and the metaphysical, and has a huge number of physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual benefits. Kundalini Yoga is also known as the yoga of awareness, and a householder's yoga. This is because it is for everyone. It is for everyone in the world, whatever you're doing. We don't have the luxury of spending hours and hours of our day meditating and focusing on achieving enlightenment, maybe as we were in the past. We have jobs, we have families, we have businesses to run, we've got kids going on the school run, running to meetings, dropping kids off at clubs, walking our dogs, all that kind of stuff in our lives. Our lives are a lot busier now. And Kundalini Yoga really helps us to navigate the world, no matter how busy and chaotic it is around us, but it helps us to navigate from a centered and aligned place of peace and calm. It is something that we can all practice. It doesn't matter who you are, where you are, what time of day, wherever we are on our journey, wherever we are in the world, whatever time of the day it is, we can always bring inner stillness and peace into our lives through this practice. So when Kundalini Yoga found me, I had just left my corporate job and I was in the process of completing my diploma in transformative coaching. And although I had kind of played with it before, it never resonated with me when I first kind of dabbled in it. It was when I started to go deeper into it this time round that I was able to kind of notice the shifts that were taking place within me. What I noticed very quickly was that my levels of awareness were rising very, very quickly. And it was during my teacher training that I actually gave up alcohol. So I had never intended to give up alcohol. It wasn't an intention I'd set. It wasn't something I'd actively pursued. And it was during lockdown that this happened, the second lockdown. 4 years later, I was still not drinking. So yeah, isn't it interesting? And I thought, well, why did that happen, I wonder? You do read about this in Kundalini Yoga. it is not just for alcohol or for addictive behaviors, whether it's alcohol, drugs, smoking, sex. Kundalini Yoga also supports us with addictive patterns as well. So as a transformative coach, this is something that's really been really interesting for me to observe in myself and also use with clients and share with clients. But I digress a little bit. So you may have heard that, of the term Kundalini rising or Kundalini awakening, but not everyone who practices Kundalini Yoga will have a Kundalini awakening like the ones you might have read about or heard about. Because when we practice Kundalini Yoga in a safe and contained way, it is a much more gentle type of awakening. So traditionally, the Kundalini is depicted as a coiled serpent at the base of our spine. And this coiled serpent is known as this Shakti energy. And when it's awakened, it rises up through the spine, through all the energy centers and into the ground. It is a really powerful modality. Kundalini Yoga is a technology. It helps to raise our consciousness. And I believe that it really must be treated with respect and with reverence because it is so powerful. And it can help us really to become the observer of our lives, the observer of our thoughts, our feelings, our actions, and helps us to illuminate those thoughts, feelings, and patterns, particularly when they are maybe less favorable, so that we can begin taking or more aligned or more conscious decisions and actions around those thoughts and feelings and actions. So if we are feeling negative thoughts or thoughts that are maybe less helpful to us, we are more aware of those and therefore have the ability to make choices to have new thoughts, feelings, and taking actions that are more conscious and aligned. This really helps us in this busy world that we're in. It really helps us to be more aware of how we are interacting and reacting in this world. This raising of awareness or consciousness enables us to respond rather than react, and Kundalini Yoga helps us to do this. You may have also seen teachers of Kundalini Yoga or students, participants wearing white. Now, the reason for this is that the traditional color for Kundalini Yoga is white because it represents consciousness. It is also said that white is the color of all the energy centers mixed together. So all the chakras, and this is the combination of them, thus representing white. Many students and teachers also wear white headscarves or turbans, and this is said to activate the acupoints or acupressure points and meridian lines of the head center. A traditional Kundalini Yoga class will consist of a kriya, which includes a warm-up and a sequence of postures, acupostures, biometric movements, pranayama or breath, mudra, which are hand, finger, and arm poses, and mantra meditation. A kriya is essentially an outcome to a specific intention. This is why we have kriyas for releasing anger. We may have a kriya for connecting with our guides and our angels. And there may be a kriya, or there are kriyas for connecting with the inner self, with our intuition and our wisdom. And there are kriyas for anxiety and stress. In Kundalini Yoga, we often use mantra meditation in our meditation. So that is using mantra, which is sound. Mantra comes from the combined word man, which means mind or now, and tra, which means projection. So this is literally meaning mind now projection. So it helps us to really keep our mind focused in the now present moment. In Kundalini Yoga, there is one that is used commonly to help this mind focused in the now is Sat Nam. Sat Nam means I am truth, or truth is my identity. and one that you'll hear in many classes, and one that, it will really always help you to kind of come into your center and to be really focused. A little bit more about mantra meditation, because it's such a powerful tool, and I just wanted to share really a little bit about why it is used. The frequency and sounds in mantras are very supportive for us, and each person has their own unique frequency in their voice. Just as we have our own unique fingerprints, our unique DNA, our unique irises, we also have a sound or frequency of our voices that is said to be incredibly healing for our own specific bodies. When we practice that and we use sound and mantra to resonate with the body, the body is said to be an instrument, and we're tuning this instrument as we practice Kundalini Yoga. And we make sounds and it resonates with different body parts, our glands and organs, our cells in our body. It really has a profoundly healing effect on our bodies. Kundalini Yoga has no ties to any religion, and there are no dogmas or strict rules attached to it. It is really a tool that is designed to help people on their journey to self-evolution and to self-awareness. It is for everyone, no matter where you're from. You can do it when you want to do it, with whom you want to do it with, and whenever you want it. It can be yourself on your own, with others, or in a community. It's totally up to you. You are in control. And there are so many benefits to Kundalini Yoga, not just the physical perspective and aspects of strengthening. That is obviously a really good reason to do it. It balances our energy centers. It obviously has the physical aspect of improved flexibility, muscle tone, weight loss as well, increased strength, but also really helps us to achieve higher vibrations, higher levels of energy, experience more joy, more peace, more calmness. It helps reduce anxiety, fear. It allows us to come into head, heart, and gut coherence. Also helps with reducing addictive behaviors, and we feel a lot lighter and brighter. And it is also compatible with any belief system, all belief systems. So whatever your belief system it is, Kundalini Yoga is totally compatible with that. And it is a beautiful practice, and you can get started on your first practice with me. I'm going to be introducing in my next video Kirtan Kriya. It is a mantra, but it contains mudra, a visualization, so the hand gestures, as well as chanting. I'm going to be sharing that with you, and I invite you to commit to 40 days if you can. 40 days, the numbers are really specific in Kundalini Yoga. We meditate for 3, 5, 11, 22, 31, 62 and 2.5 hours, and 40 days or 90-day kriyas, because 40 days is how we embed a new habit. It takes only 20 odd days to break a habit, but it takes about 40 days to create and embed a new habit. I invite you to practice Kirtan Kriya with me in my 101 guide. There's a link there as well to look at some research around that. Kirtan Kriya has been studied in MRI scans and has helped really improve degenerative diseases such as dementia and Alzheimer's. The Alzheimer's website has a lot of information around that, and it's incredible. I invite you to come and practice with me to experience joy in your life, cognitive benefits, and more emotional benefits and improvements as well. Can also help with improved cognition, as I said, focus, concentration, memory loss, and enhance your mood and well-being as well. And less stress, less depression, and increasing your energy and improving your sleep. That's it for today. I'm going to do a specific mini video on the energy centers, the chakras, because there's so much I can say around the chakras, the energy centers of the body. So I invite you to come along to my next video, and I hope you enjoy this one, and I hope you enjoy practicing some Kundalini Yoga too. So much love. My heart to yours. Sat Nam.